So, back to sporting news. I want to know your guys' take on the new NFL rule of the kickoff of the football games that's going to start taking place in the 2024 season. And then they said that they might tweak it a little bit in 2025. Now, if you guys have ever seen the XFL games, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. What they're going to be doing is the kicker is going to be kicking from his own 35-yard line. His guys aren't going to be lined up with him like they have been in the past. They're going to be 5 yards ahead of him on the 40-yard line. And when he kicks the ball, there's going to be two guys in the back between the 10 and the 20. And there's going to be his other players in front of him, I think at their own 40. And no one can move off the lines except for the players that are going to receive the ball until the ball is caught. Okay? Until the ball is caught, they can't take off running after him or anything like that. They can't even move. And they have to be behind the kicker when it's the kickoff after an extra point, or kickoff at the beginning of the game, or at the end of the half, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And so they're basically going to interact XFL rules, which NFL had said that they were interested in possibly doing this because they liked the way it was done. But the only thing I don't like about all this, there is a couple of I don't likes. I like the fact that they're doing it like this. It brings a little more safety to the players, and you know that they've been trying to do the safety and all that and keep the players more healthy and stuff like that. And the guys can't move until the ball is received, and then they can take off running after the guys or whatever. But in this, if the kicker kicks the ball out of the end zone, remember a couple years ago the NFL put in play, if they kick it out of the end zone, it's not put at the 25 or 20-yard line anymore. It was put at the 25-yard line. If it's a touchback now the ball will be placed at the 30. So now they move the ball up another 5 yards. And on this, they cannot go for an onside kick unless it's the fourth quarter and they're trailing. Let me know how you guys feel about how all these new rules are taking effect. Let me know how y'all felt about Monday Night Raw. In my opinion, it was the best Monday Night Raw I've seen in a long time. Nobody was expecting The Rock to be there. He beat the holy crap out of Cody Rhodes. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. And did y'all see the little Easter eggs of Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena on the production truck? It's WrestleMania 40. None of the other WrestleMania 40 characters were on that truck but them two. Are they going to have a key role on Cody finishing his story? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And let me know in the comments what you guys think on what's going on with March Madness. Purdue whooped the fire out of Utah State the other day. As y'all know, Purdue got put out very early last year. They were kind of a prediction to get to the Final Four, possibly even win it. They got put out really early. And this year, now really early got put out, was Kentucky and Kansas. So let me know how you guys' predictions are going with the March Madness thing. I've already predicted that I think it's going to be UConn versus the Houston team. The Houston Cougars are just unbelievable this year. I think it's going to be between UConn and Houston to win March Madness. That's my prediction. I have it set up on my deal, on my bracket or whatever. That's who's going to be the final two teams in the deal. Let me know your take on that. But also let me know your take on the new NFL rules with the kicking. Guys, these guys don't wear these big shoulder pads anymore like they did in the 80s and 90s that John Elway and Troy Aikman and Joe Montana and Dan Marino and all them guys wore. They make the shoulder pads smaller now that can take hits better. But let me know your take on what this new NFL kickoff rule is. If you read it, it can be confusing. But what they're trying to explain to you is they're taking the XFL's kickoff rule and enforcing it in the NFL. And I think one of the reasons why they're doing that is because come this weekend is the first UFL game, which the XFL and the USFL have merged together to make their own alliance. So Dwayne Johnson and Greg Olson, who used to be a tight end with the NFL, own the UFL now, and they merged the XFL and the USFL together. So basically what they're doing is they're trying to make it a sport where both are kind of more similar. Now, I don't think the NFL will ever get into that deal where they can, like, if you guys seen an XFL game, you know that if you score a touchdown, you have like the opportunity to do a 3-point play or whatever. They're not going to do that kind of shit. I don't think they'll ever revolve into that. But let me know your take on what the new rule is for the kickoff. And so basically they're kicking off from their own 35. His guys aren't going to be lined up with him anymore. They're going to be 5 yards ahead of him. The other 9 guys, the defensive guys, are going to be on their own 40. And they're going to have 2 people in the back being able to receive the ball. And no one can move until the ball is in the air and it is actually caught by one of the receivers. And after the kicker kicks the ball, he cannot go past the 50-yard line whatsoever unless the guy makes it past the 50-yard line. The kicker cannot go past the 50-yard line whatsoever. So let me know you guys' take on this, on wrestling, football, March Madness. I appreciate y'all. And if you guys are on YouTube, make sure you follow me. I will be live Friday night, slapping Saudis at Choctaw and Durant at 6 p.m. Central Time. Me and my wife will be going live at 6 p.m. Central Time. And if you are in Oklahoma and at Choctaw Durant, come up and say hi to us. I'll give you a lucky wristband. It says Pop Pops Gaming. Make sure you follow me on Pop Pops Gaming on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook under Pop Pops Gaming. And on X, I go under Pop Pop Gaming 76. That's Pop Pop Gaming 76 on X. I love you all. I appreciate y'all. And if you're at the casino, you ain't going to win if you ain't going to spend. And another thing, a huge shout out. There's a big slot event coming up. If any one of y'all like slots, there's a huge slot event coming up this weekend at Resorts World that is hosted by Yoshi Slots and Chris and Lou Slots. It's called Slot Fiesta. There's going to be over 44 channels going live Saturday and Sunday, back to back to back. So I'm going to do a live Friday night. I'm going to do an early live Saturday morning from Choctaw and Durant. And then the rest of the day, starting noon Pacific, 2 p.m. Central, it'll be wall-to-wall, 30-minute lives on channels on YouTube. Starting out with Chris and Lou, and then, if you look at my YouTube, you'll hear me shout out some of the channels. But I appreciate y'all. Make sure you watch Slot Fiesta. We were actually supposed to be at Slot Fiesta, and things changed to where we couldn't go. So, instead, we're going to do Choctaw Durant around here at the house. And I love you all. I appreciate y'all. And y'all have a fantastic day.